the best way I could think about contemplating God is newlyweds, right? Who are always constantly thinking of each other, right? Or even in the engagement period, someone who's constantly thinking of the other person. And even though I'm not thinking about them, I am very aware of their presence in my life, right? Or someone who has a child, right? I am like ontologically changed, right? Before I was just a man, then I became a husband. Now I'm a father. It can't change me now. I'm a father. Right? So the idea of me as a father, that is, I'm in constant relationship with my wife and my kids, even though they're not here. Everything I do in my life is oriented towards that in some way, shape, or form, right? Um, and so for us, we have to now have that in our relationship with God. But the body's power over us is incredible. And then the things that the devil throws into there, like a little addiction here, a little addiction there, right? Or a little, it's not even addiction. I'm not addicted to this, but I can't stop looking or doing something, or being and so or incredible work schedules, right? 60, 70, 80 hours a week. um, all of that is what takes us away from that orientation. So there is the ascetical practices plus the orientation towards God, and then also, you are bound, and there's even in the monastic writings to be periods of your time where you're really fighting against sin, right? So how do I keep going in those directions? The problem not necessarily is not the sin, but it's the keep sinning. It's the I'm not going to stop sinning. It's the I'm not going to repent about this. I'm not going to, kind of take a step forward. All of that is what becomes problematic. I think in our view also of what it means to be a good Christian, sometimes we think a good Christian means to have no sin. No, that of course, yeah, that would be a good Christian. But also a good Christian is someone who, even though I have 1,000 sins, I trust in God, right? Even though I might be the worst, and I consider myself the worst, right? We say we stand before God, of whom I am the chief among sinners, right? Like St. Paul says. That person, though, but trusts in the power of the cross and the salvation that God has accomplished, that it's even able to save a wretch like me, to take that Amazing Grace song again, to take, and so that idea of the how, though, is fundamentally being a human being, which is oriented towards God, right? That is really an essential part of our being. So Saint